Speaking test instructions. The speaking test is about 20 minutes long. It contains 8 separate speaking tasks. Do your best to answer every question. Your preparation time begins as soon as the prompt appears. Read the question and organize your ideas. When you hear "Start speaking now," begin your answer right away. When you hear "Time is up," finish your sentence and stop speaking. Start speaking now. Time is up.
A very useful object I use every day is my pair of noise-canceling headphones. They are probably the most important piece of technology I own besides my phone. I bought them last year and they have made a huge difference in my daily life. I use them mostly when I travel on public transit or when I need to focus at work. For example, my bus ride to work can be very loud with people talking and traffic noise. Putting on my headphones helps me block out all those distractions. I can listen to a podcast or some calm music. Also, I use them in my open plan office when I have an important task. Because they cancel the noise, I can concentrate much better and finish my work faster. It feels like I'm in my own private, quiet space. They're not just for music, they're for creating a peaceful environment for myself. Finally, I even use them at home when my neighbors are being noisy. They have truly improved my ability to focus and relax anywhere.
Start speaking now. Time is up.
Hi, Sarah. I heard you're looking for ways to fit exercise into your schedule. That can be tough, but I have a few simple ideas that might help you get started and stay motivated. It's all about finding a sustainable plan that you can stick with. First, you should start small. Don't try to exercise for an hour every day. Maybe you could begin with a 15-minute walk during your lunch break or some simple stretches in the morning. This makes it feel less overwhelming. Second, I would suggest finding an activity you actually enjoy. If you hate running, don't force yourself to go to the gym. You could try a dance class, join a local hiking group, or even follow a yoga video online. Finally, you might want to find a friend to exercise with. Having a partner can keep you accountable, and it's also a great way to socialize. You could ask someone from the office to join you for those lunchtime walks. I'm sure these steps will help you succeed. Let me know how it goes.
Start speaking now. Time is up.
Hello, I'd like to share a story about my wonderful neighbor, Mr. Chen. This happened just after I moved to Canada last year during my first big snowstorm. I was not prepared for so much snow and felt a little overwhelmed by the weather. One morning, I discovered my walkway was completely buried in snow and I couldn't get out. I didn't own a proper shovel. Then I saw Mr. Chen outside clearing his own path. He noticed my problem, smiled, and came over right away. He cleared a path for me from my door to the street and he showed me how to use a snow shovel correctly. I felt so incredibly grateful and relieved. It was such a memorable act of kindness. Because of his help, I didn't feel so alone in a new country. It taught me that a good neighbor can make a new place feel like home. So it was a very positive start to my life here.
Start speaking now. Time is up.
This picture shows a happy outdoor scene at a playground. It's a sunny day, and a group of 6 young girls are playing together on a large climbing structure. They all seem to be having a wonderful time. In the upper part of the image, 5 girls are gathered at the top platform. They are looking over a wooden railing, and 2 of them are waving cheerfully. They are wearing colorful clothes like green, blue, and red. At the bottom right, another girl in an orange t-shirt is climbing up a blue rope net. She has a very determined expression on her face. The equipment is bright yellow, red, and blue. Overall, the atmosphere is very lively and full of joyful energy.
Start speaking now. Time is up.
Right now, the girls are all having a great time playing on the climbing structure. I think a few things will happen next. First, the girl in the orange shirt is going to successfully climb the rope net to the top. Her friends will probably cheer when she arrives. After that, the whole group might decide to play a new game. If there's a slide on the other side, they will likely go down it one by one. I also think the girl with her hair blowing in the wind could suggest a game of tag, so she might start chasing her friends around the platform. It is likely that their fun will continue for a while. They will probably stay at the park and enjoy the rest of their afternoon together.
Start speaking now. Time is up.
Hey, I've looked at both tents, and I really think we should get the cabin tent. It's a much better choice for our trip than the small hiker tent. First, it's way more spacious. We can actually stand up inside, which will make changing clothes and organizing our gear much easier. The dome tent would be very cramped. Second, this one is made from very durable fabric. It will protect us better if it rains, and it will definitely last for many years of camping. The other tent seems less sturdy. Although it's heavier to carry, we can just split the parts between our backpacks. That small extra effort is worth it for the comfort we'll get at the campsite. The cabin tent is simply the more comfortable and reliable option for a fun trip. Don't you agree?
Start speaking now. Time is up.
Okay, the rooftop tent is interesting, but I'm still convinced the cabin tent is the right one for us. The main reason is flexibility. With the cabin tent, we can set up our camp and then still use the car to drive somewhere for the day. The rooftop option keeps our tent attached to our car. The cost is another huge factor. The cabin tent is much more affordable, which means we will have more money for other trip expenses. If we buy the rooftop one, we might not have enough money for gas or activities. Also, think about the space. The cabin gives us a large, separate living area away from the vehicle. The overall durability of the fabric is also something we agreed was important. For these reasons, the cabin tent will give us a more comfortable and less expensive camping experience.
Start speaking now. Time is up.
Hi there, thanks so much for offering to help with the garden cleanup. Your enthusiasm is wonderful. I wanted to chat about the plan because we have a small issue. The community center gave us a very limited budget for this event. Unfortunately, we can't afford the new tools and special plants you suggested. However, I have a few practical ideas that could still make a big impact. First, we could ask people in the neighborhood to lend us their own garden tools for the day. This would save a lot of money. Second, instead of buying new plants, we could ask community members to donate plant cuttings from their own gardens. Many gardeners are happy to share. Finally, we could focus our efforts on tasks that don't cost anything. For example, we can spend time weeding, turning the soil, and tidying up the existing garden beds. These jobs are very important for the garden's health. I believe we can make the garden look beautiful without spending much money. Good morning. Thank you for meeting with me. I'm calling about the community garden cleanup day we are planning. I have an exciting but difficult situation. A new neighbor, who is a very experienced gardener, has joined our team. She has some fantastic ideas to really improve the garden space. The only problem is that her plans are more expensive than our current budget allows. She suggested buying high-quality landscaping tools and some specific perennial flowers. These would make a huge long-term improvement to the garden's appearance and sustainability. Her plan is very efficient and would make the garden easier for everyone to maintain in the future. I believe this is a great opportunity to make a lasting investment in our community space. Because of her expertise, any extra funding would be used very wisely. Would it be possible for the community center to provide some additional funds for this project?
Start speaking now. Time is up.
In my opinion, learning practical skills is more important for most people than studying purely academic subjects. While academic knowledge is valuable, I believe skills that apply directly to daily life provide a stronger foundation for success and independence. These abilities are useful for everyone. First, practical skills help people manage their everyday lives more efficiently. For example, knowing how to cook healthy meals saves money and is better for your health than eating out. Also, being able to do simple home repairs means you don't need to hire someone for every small problem. These abilities build confidence and reduce daily stress. Because they solve immediate problems, they have a constant and positive impact on a person's life. They are truly essential for self-reliance. However, I do understand the value of academic subjects. Studying history helps us understand society, and literature can improve our critical thinking. But you can live a good life without knowing details about ancient civilizations. It's much harder to live well without knowing how to manage a budget. Finally, I believe a balanced education is best, but if I had to choose, practical knowledge is the more critical part.
Start speaking now. Time is up. Time is up.
Hey, Anna, you are not going to believe what I'm seeing right now. I'm looking out my living room window and something incredible is happening on our street. I had to call you immediately. There is a huge, real tiger walking right down the middle of the road. It has bright orange fur with thick black stripes. It looks very strong and calm as it walks. The sun is setting behind the houses, so the whole sky has a beautiful orange and yellow color. Also, the street is completely empty. There are no cars or other people around, which is strange for this time of day. The tiger is just strolling along as if this is totally normal. It feels a bit scary because a wild animal like that definitely doesn't belong in our neighborhood. This is such an unusual situation. I'm not sure what to do. Should I call animal control?